Welcome to Philosophy Decoded, where we explore timeless wisdom for modern life. Let's decode today's philosophy. God is dead, and Nietzsche didn't say that to celebrate. He said it as a warning. For thousands of years, people got meaning from God. Their purpose came from God. Their values came from God. Their reason for living came from God. And then God died, not literally, but culturally. Belief faded. The old answers stopped working. And suddenly millions of people were left with nothing. No meaning, no purpose, no values, no reason. And most couldn't handle it. They spiraled. They despaired. They clung to dead beliefs. Or they filled the void with something else. Nationalism, ideology, consumerism, anything to avoid facing the emptiness. Nietzsche saw this happening, and he asked, if God is dead, where does meaning come from now? How do you find purpose when the old answer no longer works? This is Nietzsche's project. How to find purpose and meaning without God. How to create your own values. How to become strong enough to stand on your own. Without needing divine validation. Without needing cosmic purpose. Here's the problem. When you believe in God, meaning comes from outside. God gives you purpose. God tells you what's right and wrong. God gives your life significance. You're part of a divine plan. You matter because God says you matter. But when God dies, all of that collapses. There's no divine plan, no cosmic purpose, no inherent meaning. You're just here, for a while, and then you're not, and the universe doesn't care. That terrifies most people, because they've been taught that meaning must come from outside, from something eternal, something bigger than themselves, and without it, they feel lost. Nietzsche said, that's weakness. You've been taught to be weak. You've been taught that you need God to give your life meaning. That you need an external authority to tell you what matters. But you don't. You can create your own meaning. You can choose your own purpose. You can decide your own values. You just have to be strong enough to do it. That's Nietzsche's answer. You don't find purpose. You create it. You don't discover meaning. You make it. You don't wait for someone to tell you what matters. You decide for yourself. But how? How do you create meaning when there's no cosmic blueprint? When there's no divine validation? When you're just a temporary consciousness in an indifferent universe? Nietzsche gives several answers, and they're all challenging, because they require strength, courage, the willingness to stand alone. First, become who you are. Not who society tells you to be. Not who your parents want you to be. Not who religion says you should be. But who you actually are. Most people spend their lives playing roles, following scripts, doing what they're told, living according to values they never chose. They never become themselves. They never even ask who they are. Nietzsche said, find out. Discover yourself. What do you actually value? What do you actually want? What kind of life do you actually want to live? Not what you're supposed to want. What you actually want. And then become that. Build that life. Create that person. Without asking permission. Without needing validation. Without waiting for someone to tell you it's okay. That's your purpose. Becoming who you are, not who you're supposed to be. Who you actually are. Second, create your own values. Don't inherit them. Don't accept them because that's what everyone else believes. Choose them, consciously, deliberately. Most people live by inherited values. They believe what their culture believes, what their religion taught them, what their parents told them, and they never question it. They never ask, do I actually believe this? Or am I just repeating what I was taught? Nietzsche said, question everything. Every value. Every belief. Every moral rule. Ask, where did this come from? Who decided this? Is this actually true? Or is this just something people repeat? And then decide for yourself. What do you actually believe? What values do you actually want to live by? Not what you're supposed to believe. What you choose to believe. That takes courage. Because most people are terrified of thinking for themselves. They want someone else to tell them what's right and wrong. They want authority, tradition, the safety of believing what everyone else believes. But that's not freedom. That's obedience. That's weakness. Freedom is creating your own values. Deciding for yourself what matters. And having the strength to live by them even when everyone else disagrees. Third, affirm life. All of it. The good and the bad. The joy and the suffering. The success and the failure. Don't wish it was different. Don't curse the pain. Don't resent the difficulty. Love it. All of it, because it's yours. Nietzsche called this Amor Fati, love of fate, the ability to say yes to life exactly as it is, without conditions, without wishing it was easier, without needing it to be different. Most people resent their lives. They wish things were different. They focus on what went wrong, what they lost, what they didn't get, and that resentment poisons everything. Nietzsche said, that's weakness. Resentment is weakness. Wishing things were different is weakness. Needing life to be easier is weakness. Strength is loving life anyway, with all its pain, with all its difficulty, with all its suffering, because it's your life, and if you can't love it, you can't live it fully. That's where meaning comes from. Not from some cosmic purpose handed down from above, but from your ability to say yes to your life, to embrace it, to affirm it, to love it even when it's hard. Fourth, overcome yourself. Constantly. Don't stay the same. Don't settle. Don't accept who you are now as who you'll always be. Keep growing. Keep pushing. Keep becoming more capable, more disciplined, more courageous, more yourself. Nietzsche called this the will to power. Not power over others. Power over yourself. The drive to keep improving. Keep overcoming. Keep surpassing who you were yesterday. Most people plateau. They reach a certain level and stop. They get comfortable. They stop growing. They stop challenging themselves. And then they wonder why life feels meaningless. Nietzsche said, life feels meaningless when you're not growing. When you're not overcoming yourself. When you're not becoming more. Meaning comes from struggle, from challenge, from pushing yourself to become more than you are. That's what makes life worth living. Not comfort, not ease, but growth, becoming. So here's Nietzsche's answer to how you find purpose without God. You don't find it, you create it, by becoming who you are, by creating your own values, by affirming your life, by constantly overcoming yourself. You don't need God to give your life meaning. You give your life meaning through how you live, what you choose, who you become, what you create. That's harder than believing in God. Much harder, because you can't rely on external validation. You can't point to some divine plan and say, this is why I'm here. You have to create your own why. And that requires strength. The strength to stand alone. To think for yourself. To create your own values. To take full responsibility for your life. Most people can't do it. They need God. Or they need something like God. Some external authority to tell them what matters. To give their life purpose. To validate their existence. But if you can do it, if you can create your own meaning, if you can become strong enough to stand without divine support, then you're free, truly free, not because someone gave you permission, but because you took it. That's Nietzsche. That's purpose without God. That's meaning created, not given. That's the strength to affirm your life without needing cosmic validation. It's not for everyone. It's hard. It's lonely. It requires courage most people don't have. But if you can do it, you don't need God. You don't need external meaning. You don't need anyone to tell you your life matters. Because you've decided it matters. And that's enough. This is what Nietzsche called the Übermensch. The overman, not a superman, but someone who has overcome the need for God. Someone who can create their own values. Someone strong enough to stand alone. Most people need to be told what to do. Need to be told what matters. Need to be told they matter. They're waiting for permission. Waiting for validation. Waiting for someone to give them purpose. The Übermensch doesn't wait. Doesn't need permission. Doesn't need validation. Creates their own meaning. Lives by their own values. Affirms their own life. That's the goal. Not to be perfect. Not to be superhuman. But to be free. Free from needing God. Free from needing external validation. Free from needing anyone to tell you your life has meaning. How do you actually do this? How do you live without God and not fall into despair? You start asking different questions. Not, what is my purpose? But, what purpose do I want to create? Not, what does God want from me? But, what do I want from myself? Not, why am I here? But, what kind of person do I want to become? Quote, you stop waiting for answers from outside. You start creating answers from inside. You look at your life and ask, what do I actually care about? Not what I'm supposed to care about. What I actually care about. And then you build your life around that. You look at your values and ask, are these mine? Or did I just inherit them? And if they're not mine, you reject them. And you create your own. You look at your fears and ask, what am I afraid of? And why? And is that fear serving me? Or is it just keeping me small? And if it's keeping you small, you face it. You overcome it. You grow past it. That's what living without go created, not given. That's the strength to affirm your life without needing cosmic validation. Because you've decided it matters. And that's enough. And that's the wisdom behind it. If this helped you think deeper, subscribe for weekly explorations of philosophy and meaning. Thanks for watching.